Well, I mean, got another game coming up. I mean, just tell me, how you, what's the focus this week?
Well, I tell you what, I'm pleased thus far. I mean, you come off some tough losses. You come off of, playing some guys that maybe aren't quite prepared. I'm talking about physically and even technique-wise to play, but they're playing because of injuries. But our spirits have been very good. I mean, we're trying to finish the season off on a positive. We've got two great opportunities to play conference opponents, and we also get a chance to be on TV. I'm talking about with the Southland Conference. So to me, we get a chance to get a few more shots at really showcasing our program and the direction we're headed. I get a few more chances to see some of our young players play so that I can have a true evaluation of them going into the off season. And then that will definitely formulate some thoughts in my mind as we go through the recruiting process too about really where our needs are. But I'm encouraged. Again, we meet on the Monday after games. We meet at 6 a.m. I had all of them there at 5:45 a.m., all sitting there, all 104 of them ready to go. So that's the start right there.
Yeah. Got a hot team you playing this week. I think Northwestern's won 4 in a row. A team that was 1-11 last year. So, I mean, but a team that's turned it around pretty quick.
Yeah, Coach Pivoto called me up even today, and we were just talking, and I didn't know a whole lot about the past, and he was telling me, he says, Coach Stubbs, he says, congratulations. I go, what are you talking about? He says, you've won 2 games already. He says, I lost 13 straight. And he took over a program very similar to ours. And I thought about it, not like, I mean, I felt like we could still achieve more, but he did kind of keep things in perspective for me. He said, hey, it's a challenge. And he said, now we're starting to win those close games. And he says, our goal is to have a winning season. And that's realistic, but I really believe that'd be realistic for us next year. With tweaking some things, getting a few more players on our football team so we can have more depth and more quality. Another year in the system and everything, another year working with the coaching staff. So I really am optimistic about that. And even the coach from Stephen F. came up to me and told me about his past. He says, Coach, 4 years ago, we didn't win a game. And he says now that little freshman quarterback that was a senior for them the other day, he's out there making plays, but they lost every game. So again, I just wish we played better in some spurts. You know what I mean? Where we're in the fourth quarter where I can use some strategy. Some of the games, we're either right in them or we're not in them. And that's the thing I want to see the last 2. I want to see us when we're in the fourth quarter, when we can see if we can really make those clutch plays like we did against Texas State. That was a very exciting game. But the biggest thing right now is, these kids right now, they're really working hard. They're wanting to finish this thing strong. Just cross our fingers that we don't lose anybody else down the stretch.
Yeah. Looking at Northwestern, I mean, obviously you didn't see them last year, but you're looking at them film this year. What do you think it makes them work?
I think right now they're making the plays in the crucial part of the game to win them, and that's what I tell the guys. To win games, you do have to make some plays. So they're making those clutch plays on all sides of the ball, and they're in games. So again, they've won some overtimes and some real close nail biters, but again, I really believe winning breeds winning. And right now, I think they've won 4 straight, so they feel pretty good. And I mean, they're optimistic, but so are we. So are we. Right now, we feel very good about our chances. And again, we're trying to develop a scheme also with all the injuries that I've had. I'm trying to really formulate what we're capable of doing. You know what I mean? Instead of in Coach Stubbs' playbook. There's a lot of things I have never even got to this year just because of our limitations. But the bottom line, I'm trying to get a package together for this game and the next so that our linemen and everybody involved can execute.
Yeah. Coach Thomas is on their staff, the former coach here. I know you probably don't know him or whatever, and the personnel is changed a lot and the scheme's changed a lot, but do you think maybe they have a little advantage with him knowing some of the kids?
Oh, I'm sure he does. I mean, I'm sure he's a good man. I've never met him, but the bottom line, I think that, yeah, you would know something about personnel. You would know about maybe a certain player's strengths and weaknesses and things like that. But again, the schemes are entirely different. So, I think that there would be some advantage just on that point, but I think schematically it wouldn't be.
Yeah. On the injury front, let's not talk about who you lost, but are you getting any people back this week?
Well, we're right now, there's a few of them that may come down to a game time decision or a day or 2 before, and we're optimistic. But right now, it's hard to say on that. But there's some that are clearly out, for the rest of the year just because of surgeries and everything like that. And at the end of the year, I'll make a list of all that because I want to do everything I can to see if there's something. It's not like something we're doing. Sometimes in football, you're snake bit and just things happen. Then sometimes I want to challenge the guys about our off-season program and our summer program. We got to come in here in better shape too, physically, because of football is a very demanding game.
Just some of the keys you think, Saturday, if you ought to go there and play Sparta?
Well, the first thing is, like me and you have even mentioned over the past few weeks, we got to have a positive start. I mean, we're right now making some blunders in just different phases that all of a sudden we've got a fragile team in a way. And what I'm talking about, we can be very tough. There were spurts this season. We played people toe-to-toe, even Western Michigan and everybody like that. But that's when we've got confidence. But unfortunately, with our young guys, sometimes the confidence can get knocked out of them real quick, and then it's hard for us to regain. So what we've got to do is just stay in the game, take it quarter by quarter, and I really believe as we do that, as the game goes, we'll gain more confidence and be ready to really compete to win in the fourth quarter.
Doing an extra story on the Dolan brothers. They've been your kicking game, punter and kicker this year. Just comment on their play this
Man,
season.
talking about some class guys. I mean, Patrick's done a tremendous job all year long for us punting, but also as a team leader, he is a leader. He works hard in the weight room, and he's such a good student athlete. So, I mean, he's going to be nothing but success. And his work ethic is tremendous. I mean, there's no fluke about why he's very good. He works at it. And then his brother is just like him. His brother's got a great role model in his older brother, Patrick. So, I mean, Andrew, tremendous, and I'm so glad for him because he's been working so hard in his kicking, and just seeing the last game, I gave him 2 shots for field goals, and he nails both of them, and I know he has that ability. So I'm super glad that he's back, and he's done a good job on our kickoffs. So, I feel very good about him and his future here, and he comes from just such a solid family that I'll really know he'll be somebody to count on for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good situation for a young kicker, not only to have an experienced guy to lean on, but it's his brother, so it's a little special there.
There's no question, and during the summer months, I would look out my office window numerous times, and it'd be hot here, believe me, you guys know that. Yeah. But outside, there would be the 2 Dolan brothers out there working out all the time, working on just their technique. So it was incredible right there of the work ethic, and now I'm seeing the results, and they're seeing the results, so I'm super excited about it.
All right, Coach.
Okay.
Thank you very much, and I'll